From the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia, this is Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis. Inside West Virginia Politics is brought to you by AARP West Virginia, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State.
Welcome to Inside West Virginia Politics. I'm Adrienne Robbins. Mark Curtis will be joining us a little bit later on. The biggest news, obviously, is the big visit that happened in West Virginia this week. First Lady Melania Trump coming to Huntington for the second time to talk about the opioid epidemic. And obviously, Senator Shelley Moore Capito was there with her. Senator, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And just tell me, how much does it mean to you to have any representative from the White House coming to your state and looking at the issues that they're facing?
Well, I think the First Lady really has taken the issue of the opioid crisis and addiction to heart. The President has declared a national health emergency, and I think Mrs. Trump is very passionate about particularly the effects that the opioid crisis is having on children. She's been to Lily's place. She's seen, and she heard a lot about what's working to solve this issue, not just that we have an issue, but what some of the solutions are that have been successful. So it really shines a light on it, but I think it highlights the fact that West Virginia is at the tip of the spear in terms of solutions to the problem.
And now she was here, obviously, for that round table. Quite a few officials on that table. You were one of them. What did you take away from that round table?
Well, I think that Huntington has a problem, has an earlier problem probably than anybody recognized problem in the state, but they've also made great progress in finding solutions, whether it's creating crisis response teams to follow that person after they've had an overdose to find out if they can help get them care, whether it's generating the great statistics through the Department of Health that help pinpoint where the problems are, whether it's working with the drug courts to find creative solutions to help people avoid wrecking their lives because they're addicted and they're doing crimes at the same time for their habit. Let's find another way for them to be productive members of society. So I think the police, the fire chief, the mayor, all represented very good teamwork. And it does take everybody to solve this issue or to begin to find the solutions.
It was a quick tour, but she made a lot of stops on that plane ride home. What do you want her to take away from her trip to West Virginia, and what do you want her going home and telling the president?
Well, I think what's nice about having the First Lady there a year ago and then having her again, I think she can see for herself what progress has been made and where the successes have been. And I think that she can then tell her husband, and that's the great thing about having her there. She can go to the president and say, we need more money for treatment, or we need to support these crisis response teams. We need to make sure that we're generating the information that we need. We need to make sure that we're meeting the challenge of children who are caught up in this crisis. That seems to be a particular focus for her, and I'm sure she's going to share that with the president.
Well, like we said, quite a few government officials sitting on that round table. Obviously, it's easy to be overshadowed by the First Lady, but also there was DHS Acting Secretary Kevin McAleenan. What does he play in the opioid epidemic, and what's his part?
Well, I was really glad that the Acting Secretary was there because through my efforts in coordinating with the Department of Homeland Security and Marshall University, Marshall's going to play a role in helping the department do cybersecurity, but also do investigative work on the dark web where you can purchase drugs, where you can also traffic humans and all those things. And Marshall has a particular expertise here. So they're going to be a real center of excellence for the Department of Homeland Security. So I wanted the acting secretary to see that. But at the same time, we hear a lot about the people coming across the border. What's getting lost is the massive amount of drugs that we see in and around this opioid epidemic, particularly heroin, methamphetamine, and fentanyl. It's coming across our southern border. And I think it's very helpful for him to see how his department and what he's doing, to disrupt the flow of drugs is going to, what kind of an impact it'll have on a local community.
All right, well, Senator, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for being here and joining us to talk about this monumental visit.
Thank you.
And we're going to have much more Inside West Virginia Politics and continue our conversation on the First Lady's visit coming up next.